Okay, Jura, very nice to have you here and to have a little bit of a human to human conversation. And yeah, I
Thank
want you
you
to
very
I want you to please to introduce yourself to the
thank you
people that
very
are listening to
much.
us.
Okay, first of all, Tonio, thank you very much for having this kind of conversation with me. It's for me a big pleasure, and for the ones who is listening us, my name is Jurabek Karimov. I'm from Uzbekistan. It's the country in Central Asia. Maybe if someone don't know. Um, I'm I'm 22 years old, and at the moment my singles ATP ranking. I mean, I'm tennis player. Obviously, you should
Yeah.
you should recognize I'm a tennis player, professional, and currently my ATP ranking is like five. It's like around 600, maybe couple positions up, couple positions down, and doubles ranking. I have to be honest, I don't really remember. Uh, I'm a former top 10 junior players, former uh, Australian Open Grand Slam finals in juniors, um, constantly participating in Davis Cup for my home country, for my country Uzbekistan. So this is me. This
Yeah.
is my, let's say, small portfolio.
Okay, very nice, very nice. A lot of experience in your short age, no? 22 is still very young, so it's still a lot to move up and to experience in the next years. So my first question to you, Jura, is I'm always very curious to know why tennis? How did you start tennis when you were a little kid? How come tennis and not soccer or baseball or whatever else?
So it's actually a very, very interesting story because I mean, tennis at the time when I born, it's 1998. Tennis was very popular in my country because like the government really liked that sport, and we start to improve as a federation, as a tennis country. We started to have a lot of challengers, and I think it was 1997. From 97 to 2002, we hold like we was hosting the ATP 250 right after US Open. So the former president, he loved tennis. He really loved tennis, and he was making like it was 250. And at that time, the players who was coming for that tournament was Marat Safin, Evgeny Kafelnikov, uh, like a lot of good players. Tim Henman was also in Uzbekistan. So Nicholas Kiefer. So it was big names, how to say, growing as a tennis country. So, and at that time, I born in a family of mine, and somehow by accidentally, my father got a ticket to sport which he never watched, never saw, or whatever. And he got the ticket and he went there with his friend, and he was watching, I think, Kafelnikov against our player Oleg Agarodov, and he really liked this sport because it's not like a boxing, which is like really tough for the parents to watch when your kid is fighting and someone is
Yeah.
punching him. So it's also very intelligent sport where you need to use your brain. You need to be like brave. It's in general, I think for me it's one of the best sports, which including everything: your hands, your legs, your brain, your endurance. So like it's including everything. And so for me, uh, it was a moment when my father first saw Kafelnikov, and at that time, first day when he saw this sport, he said that his son will play this sport. So
Okay.
and after that he had like a, let's say, dream. He had a dream, and he had like this big wish, big desire, for me to give, for me to play that sport. And when I was 5, I was, very, how to say, maybe weak kid, because I was, getting sick very oftenly. So my mom was struggling, and my mom asked my father to give me to some sport that my immune system is getting a little bit, stronger. And they were deciding between swimming and tennis. And suddenly my father decided to give me for tennis. And like that,
You remember Kafelnikov maybe and said, "This is where we're going."
yes,
Tennis.
yes, 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 yes. He remembered that, and he said like, and like tennis players, they're like, very, how to say, they were very popular, and they were like, favorites. Like everybody was loving these tennis players in our country. So maybe that's why also he loved that, the kid also, to be
Yeah.
known. And that's it. Like at the age of 5, I came to the tennis, and I don't really remember that, some flicking that moment that I said to myself, I love this sport. I was like, going to the lessons, and I was like, I don't know why, I think I was catching fast. Like in this sport, I was catching faster, faster, fast. For me, it was more natural, to to uh, to get the technique, or to see the court. I mean, I don't know how to say this, but for me, this
Yeah.
tennis game was, let's say, more
I
natural,
I understand.
and for me it was good, and for me it was like, I was enjoying. So and as a kid, the most important thing to enjoy what you
Of
are doing.
course.
So I
Of course.
so so I was enjoying.
Of course. Awesome. Awesome. Huh? So a different way in, because a lot of people come from parents that play tennis, or the family was in a tennis club. So in your case was a different
Yeah,
entrance, but also very nice. And
yeah.
growing up in tennis, so you say with 5 you started to play and take lessons, and so how was what was your parents' role in the game? Were they very involved with you? Were they on court with you, trying to help you, teach you, or were they just parents taking you to lessons and
Mm,
stepping back?
my father, I mean, first of all, I will tell you one thing that, will make, let's say, uh, this will be easier for you to understand. My mom hates to watch me watching me playing tennis, because she gets so nervous. Like, it's very tough for her. For her, it's better, to, I don't know, to work 24 hours in a row without sleeping than watching me playing tennis, because I was very emotional, and I am, even now I'm very emotional kid. And when I was winning or losing, I was like, showing my emotions. And for her, thinking it was too painful, so she was trying not to involve my sport at all, because it was struggle for her. And my father, because he really loved tennis, he was, first couple years, he was really exploring tennis, talking with the coaches. He was not the one who was entering to the process,
Hmm.
because he understood that he is not the one who knows this world of tennis. So he was exploring, and he was watching, and uh, but he was involved. Like every time I came from class, he was asking me how was the class, what we did, how do I feel, what did coach said. So everything, like he was not involved in the process, but he was, asking me, like he was trying to, let's say, to be in charge of this. So he wanted to know what was happening in my tennis life. Um, and as much like as I was growing, he understood. I don't know from where, I don't know how, which is very rare for the parents. He understood in early age that the tennis is a mostly mental game. It's not like stroking or strokes games, or or powerful or whatever. He said that on the higher level, it's all about mental. If you mentally strong, then you will be really strong in all other aspects. So that's why he was working with me more on mental part. After he was working, obviously, and but whenever I was having tournament, he was grabbing, like, every chance to come and watch me playing. Always, he was enjoying watching me playing. And this was like something which is was bringing him joy. Like, maybe he was feeling that he's playing also, because
Yeah,
I was there,
for sure, a
maybe.
little, no?
Yeah, for sure, this is for sure. I mean, you can see it by emotions which he was feeling, which I was seeing, and I was feeling him. So he was really helping me in the mental way, to fight with my fears, to fight with my ego, to fight with my kids mentality. He was helping me with my laziness, which is, every one of us having this. So he was really, helping me from mental part. And I can tell you for sure, um, my father was a person who know me best than any other person in the world. So he was knowing me even better than myself in some moments. And
Very nice.
yes, yes. And for example, as much I was growing, I started to travel. And we were not from a rich family. We were, I can say that for Uzbekistan, we were from average family. Like, we was not, so, how to say, struggling family, but we were like average. And my father, and I mean, I was not able to travel with the coach. So every time when I was playing outside of the country, he was watching the score, and in 90% of the moments, he was telling me by the score, how do I behave, how was my mental part on the court. And he was telling me, when you got broken, and probably got broken in the second game or whatever, and after that you start adopting yourself. But then you said to yourself, okay, I will play, you win the second one, and in the third one, you again, this thought in your brain came, what if I will win? Because the wish was too much. And this is like, one of thousand things which he was explaining me. And being, I don't know, 1,000 kilometers, 2,000 kilometers, and watching just the score. And so from this part, I was having like a really, sometimes too much, sometimes I can say too much. For me at that age, 12, 13, was horrible to talk to him, because at that time you want to, like, you want to relax, this is the last thing what you want to do in that age, to talk to your parents about the match which you lost. So I mean, I was working with the coaches in Uzbekistan. I had like few coaches during my career in Uzbekistan. And mostly when I was traveling, I'm now talking about age of ITF age from 13, 14. So um
Can we go back to a little bit earlier ages? But I just wanted to make a comment. People are gonna probably listen to us in a podcast, but I can see your face as you talk about the relationship with your father, and I see that there is a lot of connection there
yeah,
between you and your father. Is very nice to see that. As you mentioned, probably at a certain age, it was tough to have these conversations, but from what I see now, you see a lot of value of what that process was for you. So I wanted to take you back only to one thing that is also very, I think it's very important for people to hear, and for me as a coach also to understand. how did you learn the game? Did you learn the game, and I'm going to give you a few options: technical way, a coach that it was very obsessed with technique, or through the game, through playing in a more strategic way? You answer a little bit of the question saying that you learned the game also a lot on the mental, psychological aspect. What was the approach you received, or was it a mix of everything? How do you feel?
First of all, I must say that my game when I was kid and even now was built up on brain game. So you need to be a unique player, and every time when I was going on the court, my father was telling me, "You have your tactic, you have your strategy. It's good, but you need to be prepared for anything because the court will show you which game is better. You can be prepared for for one tactic, and suddenly wind came, for example, and you need to adapt. So you need to make your decision. You need to be brave to make your decisions. You need to take responsibility to take decision. You need to analyze quick the way when you are playing, uh, analyze what you can do at that day good, what is your good strength, and what is your, let's say, weakness at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
If for example, I mean, I'm talking about young age because at that time is even at that time is a very important mental. But for example, if my serve wasn't good, first serve, I was really trying, to put, and I'm feeling that I'm losing games or I'm struggling games on my serve because I'm not putting first ball in. So I was switching, I was slowing down my serve, and I was like trying, to put the first serve. Okay, if this was not working, I was trying to say, okay, how he's, winning me, if I'm making my mistakes or if he's putting pressure. So if I'm making mistakes, I was trying, to step two steps, to go two steps back, and I was trying to play a little bit safer to to play with him. And if I have a player who is hitting hard, I was trying to to beat him with the brain. If I got the player with who is smart also, and maybe smarter than me in some ways, I was trying to beat him in the strength way, like to show him my power, to break him. And sometimes when I was feeling that on the other court is the player who is similar to me, it was all about mental. So who's gonna break other. And it was like mostly these three tactics. I mean,
Yeah.
I was really trying to go through. But the answer to your question is the way how I learned. It was feeling. So I was feeling how to play. It was all about feeling. If Because I understood tennis is the game of spontaneous, or I don't know how to say it on English. It's like you need to react. It's all about reactions. At the same moment, you have two, three options. You need to choose one. So you need to feel. You need to trust to yourself. You need to trust to your, inner voice, inner brain, or what I don't know how to call it. Correct.
Yeah,
So
inner voice, maybe that sounds very understandable to me. Your inner
yeah,
voice, your instincts.
yes, yes, instincts and this motivation and this big wish. This was what uh, my coaches when I was young was telling me, that I'm having big wish to win. So I was having like really big wish to win. Doesn't matter how, maybe if it's dirty or no. At that moment, I was having like the first goal was to win. So the second one is how to do it.
Yeah.
And so this helped me, and this bring me some confidence. This also was making fear, let's say, in the eyes of other players on my age in my country. So um, I think this was the way. Like it wasn't so technical, because when you go to the match, you get tight. And when you're tight, no technique, or at that age when you're 10, I mean 8, technique will not help you because I mean you are not mature enough to understand that this is because you didn't work with the wrist or with the elbow or whatever. So there you're really fighting and finding the way to win. So I think
Yeah.
this was pure feeling and mix it up with the big wish for the win.
Okay, winning, being flexible to adapt, being smart, using different aspects of your personality to win.
Yes.
Nice. And um, I know this one because we've spoken in the past. But anyway, people don't know who was your role model, or where did you get your motivation to keep on going? No, because tennis is a long journey. You know, you started with 5, you're 22, you're still motivated. How do you do that?
I mean, uh, with the, I think with the age, it's always changing because you are changing as a personality. You are, becoming mature. You are having every year you are growing. You're becoming older. I mean, maybe it's strange to tell this in my age, but you are becoming older, and you are having less time to do what you want to do and what you would like to do. So when I was a kid, it was, I'm telling you, it was big wish to win and big wish to be like number one. I was number one in my age group, but I was like, trying to keep this, like to show to, that I'm best, I'm good, I'm, let's say in a good way, I'm the boss here. Let's say
Hmm.
I'm in the
Yeah.
boss. But it's not just, to say and to think that I'm the boss. You need to prove it. So if you are proving it, then you have a right to tell that you are the boss in your brain. But
Hmm.
if you are not proving it on the tournament and if you are not proving it in the business, let's say, you have no right to tell you that you are boss. So this attitude should be attached with the, how to say, with the results and with the acts.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and
Backup.
yes, backup. And when I get the age of junior tennis, I was always, for me was a big dream. For me was a very big dream to compete on the Grand Slams. It was for me like, I don't know what to say. If uh, if you show to the kid his favorite car or whatever, you see this eyes of the kid,
Yeah.
like which he's watching, like he have a big wish to this and he's happy. You can like from all inside you feel how the kid is happy, his favorite toy. And for me
Yeah.
was the same. For me was the same. This Grand Slam I was really enjoying. Like this was a dream for me because to see, I mean, people are dreaming just to see Grand Slam, just to be on the venue. And for me, like, was I had opportunity to play there. So this was like, really motivating me. I knew like how much point do I need to earn, which tournament I need to win, what should I do in doubles, because in juniors it was very important to do good in doubles. You're having extra points. So
Yes.
I was really motivated, and this was driving me there. And when I get there, it was and I played first Grand Slam. Funny story. I was 20 alternate in France in French Open. 20 alternate, which is like
Very far.
for the qualies. I'm saying not for main draw, for
Yeah.
qualies. 20 alternate, very far. But my brain also worked at that time. I saw the list and I saw like 19 players above me, and I was in Milan, Bonfiglio, this great one before Roland Garros, and everyone who is in the list of French, everyone is playing the tournament as well because it's bringing a lot of points. And I talk with all these 19 guys from the list and I asked them if they are going to Roland Garros or no. 17 of them said that they because it's impossible to get in. if you are like third out in French, you're, you know, usually you're not like, you need to just accept that you will be not in. And I was 20, and I was 20, so I count like 17 players are not going, and I said, okay, I can, you know, try. So I signed up on French, and I got in like last one. So I got in one before last one, and I won my first round in qualies. I was so happy. I was so happy because I thought that I'm playing on the Roland Garros main venue, but it was not like this. We played on other courts, and then I was like, okay, but it's Roland Garros, still good. I won my first match, and then second match, it's the last round of qualies. I lost in 3 sets to the like former to the future world number 3 in juniors. So next year he became world number 3 in juniors. So it was good player. And uh, a referee asked me if I want to after the match, like I'm, you know, packing my racket, so upset, like, you know, what I'm gonna do, like blah blah blah. So upset after losing 3 sets, which is usual. And the referee who was refereeing us on the court, he asked him, "Do you want to sign for lucky loser? There's one lucky loser." I said, "Okay, okay, I go now."
How
I
old were
signed
you there? Were you 16, 17?
16. At on that French Open, I turned 16. So
Okay,
my birthday is 4th of June, and it's you know, on the week of French Open.
right.
So uh, so I went to sign in, and I went to hotel like straight after, and I was taking shower, blah blah blah. So pissed, you know, calling to my father. I lost, what to do, you know, so pissed. And he was saying, "Okay, everything good. You did good. Don't worry. I'm proud of you. Come back home, and we will work stronger. We will come back stronger." And then my friend with who I was roommate, he entering like he's, you know, like breaking the door, and I'm opening the door, and he's saying, "Man, you are in. Like you got as a lucky loser, you're in." And I'm saying, "Come on, man, don't joke. This is not the right time for jokes. If you are now lying, I will, you know, I will kill you." And I didn't believe him. And then I don't remember. It was on Facebook or Instagram. Someone texted me like saying, "Hey man, you are so lucky. I congratulate, congrats. Like prepare for the first round. You will like, we believe in you." And I'm like, what is going on? And suddenly I am opening the draw, and I'm seeing that I entered as a lucky loser. So to main
Wow,
draw of French. Like 3 days ago, I was 20 alternate.
20 out. Yeah.
20 out, and today I'm in main draw. So for me, even though I lost first round against, I was playing against 7 seeds, I think, yes, from Brazil guy. He was clay court specialist, I mean, in junior tennis. So I lost like 6-2, 6-1. But for me, it was like two different Jurabeks. uh First one who was before Grand Slam, and the second one was after this Grand Slam. So when I came back, I said to my father that this is totally other level, and we need to work hard, like we need to be more professional, because this is totally other planet. I saw like Djokovic, Rafa, Berdic, Murray, Lavrinka, and it's amazing. Like, you know, just seeing them, it's like, for me, was something which I was dreaming with people who you're watching every day on TV. You're seeing next to each other, and I was so like so impressed. And this was, you know, driving me when I was junior to be in elite, like to be in the, you know, to be in that group of the kids of, let's say, juniors, who is, you know, who is let's say sharing courts with the professionals, because it's also, you know, giving you a lot of how to say motivation, and you really having big wish and big drive to work harder, because you see how people are working, and you're like, okay, I need to work the same as them, you know, I need to don't work less than them. So it was motivating me so much. And
Nice.
So
Ve-
at the end of my career, I was like number 6, and like I was happy with my junior career.
six ITF on your last year. Wonderful,
And
wonderful.
yes, yes,
And I
yes.
have another
And
question.
if you'd say about now, I mean, I got
No, go ahead, go ahead.
no. Tell me, tell me.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, in those years, for example, until you got to be number 6, did you have any like big challenge, something that you have to overcome, an injury or a bad period of tennis where you play bad, or something else external to tennis?
Uh, yes, yes. When back in 2014, right after French Open, uh, maybe I was too, obsessed with the tennis and with the Grand Slam, and I started to playing bad. Like I dropped in the ranking. I was like 120 maybe, and I dropped like for 300. So I
How
needed to
much?
come back for the tournament grade 4, grade 3, 300. I dropped like for
Okay,
300.
okay.
And I needed to play, grade 4, grade 3 to earn points. So I didn't go to Wimbledon because, I mean, if on French I was 20 out, I said, the lightning is hitting only once the same spot, it's not
Yeah.
hitting twice. So I went to grade 4, grade 5, grade 4, grade 5. And it was the moment when, I needed to step back and say, okay, I, you know, I get experience on a higher level tournament, but now I need to get matches. I need to get, confident in myself. I need to win, I need to step back with the quality of, let's say, tournament level of the tournament. And this was tough moment because when you're like on high tournaments, and in Russia they say that the person is getting used to good things very fast. So I maybe
Yes.
I got used to that, to that high quality and high level tournaments. And for me those tournaments was a really struggle because I thought I had in my brain, if I was on that tournament, I need to win these matches like 6-0, 6-0, 6-1, 6-1, even finals. And for me it was struggle. I was like playing 3 sets first round, then you know I was struggling every match, because I build up this, let's say, atmosphere in my head. So I needed to fix it with the
Yeah,
winning
like
matches. So
expectations maybe.
I need to, yeah, expectation. Yes, expectation. This is good and also bad thing, and in the same time. And I needed to step back. So this was really the moment. And after that, I went to US Open. Also, I earned some points to get to US Open. I lost second round as well, but I didn't get. And then also I decided to step back. So I went to the grade 3 and grade 2, and I won both of the tournament. One of them also in grade 2. I won also in doubles. So at end of the year, I was, really collecting points in grade 2, grade 3, grade 3. So I knew that to earn points, which I need to earn to get to the main draw of Australian Open, I need to win all of these tournaments. So I was going to the tournament with the, with the uh, clear goal that that I'm winning the tournament. So I need to win, and I'm gonna win the tournament. Uh, doesn't matter if I lose. Doesn't it will not change anything. But I need to win this tournament, and I will win this tournament. And I don't know. Maybe God give me power to, and enough brave, like strength to win those tournaments. And this was really tough because of that expectations you are expecting from yourself too much. and to accept the reality after that is, I don't know for others, but for me was tough. For me was tough, and I was struggling in that time. So for me, it was really big
Yeah.
struggle because and
I think it's
this is
tough when
probably
when you put high expectations and you don't fulfill them. It's it takes a little effort to
yes,
accept and to go back and work again and come back strong.
yes,
But you did it because you finished your year very good and you had this final at the Australian Open. How was
yeah,
that? How was
yeah.
that feeling to win that semifinal and then say, "Wow, I'm there. I made it to the final," and play on that
Uh,
big court?
to be honest, maybe it was let's say not a mistake, but uh, year before in 2015, I did the semi-final there. So next year, 2016, you know, I was me by myself. It was pressure also, and also other players was like in a fun way, but also were putting pressure on me because asking, "Oh, come on, Karimov, you need to, you need to how to say confirm or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
You need to confirm this semi-final." And I was like, okay, okay, okay. And I was alone there without coach. I was just having friend, also tennis player from Uzbekistan, and like it was, I think, the mistake. So it was not a mistake, but it didn't play on my way.
yeah,
Uh, whole tournament, I was really solid. I was fighting. I was winning matches, even if it was not so clean matches in the way of level of the game, but I was winning them. So like I had like not confident that I will play good, but I had a confidence that these Australian Open courts I like them because I'm playing good there. So this was helping me, in important moments uh, to break this two parts on my side. And before, like, I won the semifinal, and this was like how to say, I don't remember, to be honest. Now I don't remember what because I was so nervous. I was not in the present to feel, to see, to remember for whole my life that thing. I was so nervous, um, and there was not a person for me, next to me to say, "Okay, Jurabek, chill. It's all good. Everything happens. Like
yeah.
you did good job. You did a good job. Relax and try to enjoy in the final." I played. I can say that I played very bad in the final because even though it was 3 sets, this big court empty because it was junior final. It was empty court. It was maybe like 60 or 70 people watching us, and 99% of them was cheering for another player because he was from Australia, which is normal. And
Right, right.
one thing that I remember from that time is that the court is huge on center court. On the road level, the court is huge. Like to get a towel, ball boy is running, I don't know, maybe 20 meters, there and 20 meters back. And this what I had in my mind, that it's not ending this court. And I don't I don't remember like any single point which I was playing there because I was too nervous. I think it was my big mistake that I had a too big wish to win that match. It's also playing bad. It's also not good if you have a too big wish, because then
Yeah,
you're becoming stiff and you're losing this freedom of your movements and freedomness in yourself, like because you need to create in the tennis. And but it's it is what it is. So
yeah.
I don't
Amazing
I
though
will I
that you were able to play 3 sets, feeling like this, feeling so nervous, stiff, and even though play a close match, no?
Yes. It
It's
was really
incredible.
close match, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Jura, I have two more questions for you, and one could be a
Yes.
tough one because it's a little personal. So if you don't want to answer, it's
Okay.
fine. And the other is
Okay.
is an open question. One, the tough question, I think, is what is your biggest challenge right now in order to make the next step? This is one question,
Right
and
now.
yeah,
Mhm, mhm.
go ahead. Let's go with that one first.
Okay. I mean, I think this question is it is tough, and but I don't think that it's personal, because I'm sure that not just me is facing with this, let's say, problem. Uh, so I have two issues. First issue is that I have a feeling that I need to work stronger, because as much as I'm entering to high level tennis, I'm understanding that my, let's say, intensity in the game is not high enough. So I need to work more stronger. I need to be more fit, and this all is costing hard work. So for all that, the cost is hard work, and for me, I'm ready to work hard, but and on other side and on other hand, I have that instinct, because last 4 years, 2016, 17, 18, 19, I didn't play whole year without injuries. So minimum 3 months of that year, minimum 3 months, I was spending to reheal myself, to to get to come back to the practice again. And in 2019, in March, I needed to do surgery. So I have that feeling that my, let's say, inner deep inside voice is always telling me, okay, we need to save, like try to you know don't go too hard, don't go too much, because you can get injury. You need to take care of yourself, because I had a bad experience that I was working with the fitness coach mostly, which was not well informed about my conditions, and was giving me not, let's say, not correct amount and volume of work. So I was working more than I could handle.
Right.
And the second thing, and I think this is the biggest, this is the major thing, is that I need to live of my life, because as we spoke before, I was a good junior. 80% of the players from top 10, when I ended up my junior career, 80% of them, so 8 players, are in top 100 right now, and all of them, they are doing good. And I can tell you, like, two of them are doing amazing. I mean, three of them are doing amazing. One of them is sorry, not three, four. It's Tsitsipas, it's Sinner, it's Felix Auger, and Denis Shapovalov. So, and also you can attach Hugo Humbert at that age, because he was our generation, Hugo Humbert. Uh, Francis Tiafoe, he's also our age. So a lot of players with who I was competing, with who I was beating, they become super successful right now. And I'm sometimes, it's also weakness. I can tell you, it's also weakness, but which is very natural to, I think, to all people, to to live life, to sometimes to look back, and to to ask yourself, okay, now they're so high, and why you're not there, like why you're in, let's say, in so lower level. And this is so wrong, because everyone is having their own life, and everyone is having their own time. I don't know, maybe I can tell you, maybe I will never be there. Maybe, who knows? Maybe, you know, tomorrow will be last day of my life. I don't know this, but I have a big desire. I have a big wish. I have a big, how to say, believe in myself that I can do it, because I was in juniors. I was there. I was in that elite group, and you know, you can't stay there just because you're talented. I mean, yes, it's also possible, but you need to work hard. You can't get the chance to compete with those players in junior level because you're super talented. But to be to compete with them on the same level and to play with them 3 sets or even to beat them, you need to have, you know, strong personality, which is including hard work, which is including all aspects. So I think this is very important, not to look back and not to look to life of other people, because it's nothing related to your life. It's nothing
Right,
related.
right.
You need to you are making your own good moves, good steps, and you also you are doing your own mistakes. So you just need to be concentrated. You need to learn. I'm not saying that you need to, you know, just to live your life. No, you need to learn what they are doing and learn from, you know, good things, trying to, you know, to suck all the good information from all around, but to analyze it and to try to use it in your way. So
Yeah,
I think
what
this,
is good for you.
yes, and you don't need to, you know, to try. If for example Tsitsipas is having 20 people next to him, or I'm just saying, I don't know, I'm just saying, it doesn't mean that you need 20 people, and if you will not have 20 people around you, you will be not top player. No,
Yeah, yeah,
it's not
yeah,
like this. It's not like this.
yeah,
So you need to find your own way, because everyone is unique, and everyone is personal, like personality, and you need to find your own way. But sometimes when I'm losing, when I'm not in a good shape, you know, I'm having that kind of problem. So personally me, and I know that a lot of players who was good in juniors and who is now struggling with transition, they're having this problem as well.
yeah, yeah. It's true. It's I think it's a common reaction to that situation.
Yeah,
And yeah, uh, my last question, Jura, to you, is there anything very important that you have learned from tennis that you can say you can take it for your whole life and for other areas of your life, like a big lesson, like to say, I learned this and this will be with me all my life and I can use it also in other aspects?
for sure, definitely. uh, I think most important thing is adapting. This is because in tennis, you know, you're always adapting, and
Hmm.
in life I was always telling that the tennis match is a small life. You are sometimes, you know, you are super successful, you break up, you're super successful, you know, your business, if you're a businessman, your business is rising, you're earning a lot of money, blah 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 blah, and then you lost concentration, and the opponent break you back, and he
Yeah,
won the first set, so you got broken, like you're broken, like in the, you know, directly. So you don't have money in life, you lost all your money, you know, you're mentally, you're down. So you need to adapt to that situation, and you need to start to build up new, something again, to start to stand up from position where you are and try to create. And same in tennis, if you lost first set, so you're trying to differently, and you're trying to again come back to the match, you're trying to win, you're trying different things. So you're winning second set, and you are so you're having good, let's say, results, you're winning, and third set there is a match point. And there is something in life, for example, there's something, match point is the same as the dream and as a goal. So when you're close to the goal, you're afraid of this, afraid of reaching of that goal, and you can step back. So if you are stepping back, it's again, you're mentally down, and you need to come back again. So in my opinion, the most important thing in tennis I learned that it's adaptation in the life situation. So life is changing. I mean, especially in today, nowadays, life is changing 180 degrees. I mean, this 2020 year is showing to everyone that anything possible. Who could tell us 1 year ago that we will stay in the quarantine and in our apartments for 2 months? No one could
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah.
And we did this. So we adapt to situation. We adapt to reality. And also it's also connected to adaptation is to accept the reality. This one, I'm also on the court, I'm having problem, but it's also very important to have a clear acceptation of reality. Okay, you are broken. Okay, you broke. Life, this happens. You're not the first one, and you're not the last one who is breaking in this life. And I think these two things are very, 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 very important in life, which you can use in all aspects without
Beautiful.
without any.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Yuri.
Yeah,
Accept, adapt, create. I'm gonna take
yeah,
that home for me. This is my
yeah,
learning today.
yeah,
Accept, adapt, create. All
yeah.
right, my friend. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. You still have a long journey in front of you if things go well. Uh, and I think it has been a good one so far from what I hear from you. Lots of learning. I love your philosophy, and keep doing well. Keep adapting and creating, and you'll find the answer. You will find the answer to what you're looking for.
Thank you very
Thanks
thank you
again,
very
Jura.
much, Sonia, for having me. And sorry for this. And I hope that today what I said is will help to someone, even if it will help to to one person to find his way. I mean, I'm the happiest person in this world. So uh, and and that's it. Like, this is the most important for me. Thank you
Yeah,
for
for
having me,
sure.
and it's my pleasure.
For sure. If people listen well, they will find something of value in your story. So thanks again, Jura, and I'll see you soon on the tennis courts.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very
Take
much,
care.
Sonia. Have a good one. Ciao, ciao,
Bye bye. Ciao ciao.
ciao, ciao.